Like this.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. I like your answer. I like your answer. It was it was very stern, and I like it. But here's my answer. Here's my answer. I'm not gonna agree when you say, don't let him go back to his dad. Nah. Don't never take the kid away from his parent. You get with the father, and if the father's not doing his part, then you say, look, you're gonna have to get supervised visits because kids need their father. Here's what you do. Here's what you do. From a child, from little, your child is going to learn your patterns, and the both parents' patterns. So he's going to know how to manipulate you. He's going to know how to manipulate the father. The kids lie. They're going to be sneaky. They learn how to maneuver around you and make you feel different things. This is what you do. You have that communication because we want to keep an open dialogue, an open line of communication. I'm not your friend, I'm your parent, but I'm somebody you can talk to. Now, also, because I'm not your friend and I'm your parent, my hat changes many different times. So right now I can talk to you very nice and calm and collected, and we can have a good time. You might go outside and kick it. I might let you go somewhere and you might go to school, whatever the case is. This is where I put on another hat. Detective Dick Tracy. This when I start going through your room. This when I start going through and come in there and flip. Sometimes I'll just go in my kid's room and be like, hey, hand me that phone. Random. Give me your phone. Let me see what you're doing. Do it when they least expect it. Give me this phone. Let me start going through here and seeing what you got in this phone. Because I know you're in here saying some shit and doing some shit you ain't supposed to do. Your kids is different than at school than they is at home, right? They're a different ass person. We know the person that's going to. My son told me, Dad, I curse at school. I'll be doing, I'm not going to do it around you, but I do it at school. I respect your honesty. As a father, it's going to sound kind of weird, right? Because as a father, when you hear your son say, or if you hear the girl saying, "Oh, you doing you kind of happy on the flip side," because you like, shit, yeah, my he getting it up, not getting it in, but he like girls, he whatever. So
Yeah.
it's a you know, and then on the other side, it's like, boy, why you need to be focusing on school, and so it's a two-headed sword because part of it you like he taking after his daddy, but then on the other side you like, but I ain't raising you to be like that. Get your education. The girls can wait. But here's the thing: if you find out your son is going through, or first off, the gang related, I'll beat the gang out of them. Yeah, we gang. I'm finna beat the gang out you. And if she did it right. I would get the father, and we gonna double gang you. You want to be jumped in? We gonna jump you in. It's as single mothers, it's going to be hard for them either way because you're raising a young man with testosterone. At some point, he's going to outsize you, outmuscle you, and he's going to start feeling like he's the man of the house, especially if there's no man in the house. And if you is dealing with a man who's not acting like a man, and he's in the house, and this young man is becoming a young man, and he see that this man is more of a female than a man. I don't want to say that, but if
No,
he
go
see that
ahead.
this man, if he don't want to see that this man is acting like a man, then he's going to feel like he's the dominant man in the house. He's the alpha in the house. So because he wants to start feeling like the alpha, even if you feel like he's getting bigger than you, punch that motherfucker in the mouth. Punch him in the mouth because. Hang on one second. My thing went out. Hang on. Hang on. Go. I think that one came back. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that one working. Yeah, she gotta punch him in the mouth. Take the TV, take the video games, take the phones, take the TVs, take the curfews. You take everything. Drop him off at school. Pick him up from school. Make that motherfucker feel like he in prison. You just where you headed. This where you want to go. So I'm gonna show you what it's like. come in there and flip the room over, pull everything out the closet, everything, go through everything, because now you need to start finding out what's there, because he's hiding, because he's lying, because he's stealing. My mama used to always say, if you lie, you will steal. If you steal, you would cheat. Wait, and if you cheat, you would lie. If you lie, you would cheat. If you cheat, you would steal. If you steal, you would kill. That's what my mama used to say. So you want to break, like you say, practice the best habit, but you want to break some of these bad habits immediately. And I know it ain't best to just say be whooping on your kids, but sometimes your kids need an ass whooping, and you give them that ass whooping if they need it. Because as young men, you got to make them respect you, because as soon as you let them get away with the slightest bit of disrespect, you give a motherfucker an inch and they take a mile. So sometimes you got to break that shit. And it don't sound good, because some parents is soft as fuck. Y'all niggas is scared. Y'all people are scared to goddamn. Y'all scared to be fucking parents.
Yeah.
Don't be scared to parent. You can't be their friends all the damn time. I'm not your friend. I'm your parent.
Yeah.
And so what she need to do, get the daddy on the phone, FaceTime. You see your son? Tell him what gang you in. Tell him about your gang. And make the son look at his daddy face to face, because I'm pretty sure that he was doing it behind his daddy back, because we fathers, we know damn well if one of our kids come up to us and we'd have seen it in his phone, mom then found out that he's in the gang, and she comes and addresses it, nigga, come stand in front of me and tell me about it. Because you want to be a man, now you got to look a man in his face, not behind my back and sneak. And so she got to bring it to the father. And sometimes if the father's not in the same place, it's kind of hard to discipline over the phone. But you put that son in the same room with his father at that time, because the father's going to handle it. Trust me. You put him, because I can only imagine whatever the son was doing, the father didn't know. And even when you bring it to the father, what can I do over the phone? But put him in front. Make him line up in front of me. I bet you that shit change. And that's what I think she should do. Don't not put him, don't keep him away from the father. Involve the father more. Involve him more. Sometimes the best action and the best practice is get him more involved. Call your daddy and tell him what you did in school today. Call your daddy and show him your homework. Call your daddy and tell him about the girl that want to see your penis. Call the girl, call your daddy and tell him that you ain't got no shoes. Call your daddy and call your daddy and call your daddy and call you. Make the daddy, so the daddy ain't got no choice but to fucking parent. You know what I mean? And that's my advice. All single mothers, to a single mothers raising kids, raising young men, it ain't gonna get easier. It ain't gonna get easier, because you're raising young men. You're not the influence from like birth to like maybe second grade. Once they get to elementary school, you're not the biggest influence no more. You're the biggest influence, but you're not the only influence. And the other influences that's going to come along at some point is going to start overshadowing you. You're still going to have a very powerful, it's going to probably be like 51-49. But that 49% of influence is a big ass piece. And so you can't never, you got to know your kids know your patterns. They know your habits. They know when you go to sleep. They know when you wake up. They know when you're mad. They know when you happy. They know all of it. So they know how to play you. And it's okay, because you better learn what my sister like to say. Everybody want to play games until we press 2 players. So start going through their shit. Whoop their ass if they get out of line. It's okay. If you don't want to whoop them, choke their ass up. Grab them by their damn neck every now and then. Put them in a headlock. But make sure you establish that dominance so they know to stop playing, because everybody think it's a game until you press 2 players.